Hi, welcome to A Week in Walford, the EastEnders review show presented by two people without an alibi for the night in question. I'm David Brown.
And I'm Jonathan Hughes.
This week's headlines: Who shot Stuart?
Sharanu after dark.
And Raunchy Ray. We have the start of a new EastEnders Whodunit. We've not been here before, have we?
This is a soap first.
I know, they've never done murder mysteries
Breaking
before.
New ground.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. It is at least a plot with an end point in sight, which I think is what EastEnders has perhaps been lacking the last few months.
There's a bit of impetus to it, isn't there?
Yeah, we're going somewhere and it's a mystery, so get on board. So the pace has certainly picked up.
I think what we've now got to forget about is the fact that Stuart seemed to have a real lack of motivation as to why he wanted revenge. You know, he's kind of been harbouring this thing about Mick having stolen his life, but it seems to have rapidly escalated to the point where, it's like, we suddenly need to do an autumn storyline. Let's have Stuart go completely crazy.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
I think that if anything, there were too many things set up about Stuart. Yes, he blamed Mick for stealing his life because he took the blame for this prison thing. Then he had the whole thing about being an abuse victim, which I feel has sort of not been fully explored, because I think Stuart, you know, we should feel sympathy for Stuart for what he's been through, but we're kind of now being asked to forget that and just view him as the villain. Don't worry about all of that. So yeah, I am a bit lost as to why Stuart wants...
Forget about it.
Just get on board.
Yeah, let's just worry about the fact that Linda's just been arrested in full view of everybody in the square.
The public arrest. Well, everything happens in full view of the square, doesn't it?
Well, Stacey got sectioned. It was the most public sectioning of all time, so why should we expect anything different?
I know, and I loved D.I. Arthur's, by the way.
Yes.
He's very Gene Hunt, very kind of unreconstructed, very old school, and he loved that moment in Friday's episode when he kind of stood there, almost waiting for everyone to. Have you said your line? All the characters here, everyone in their places. Right.
Here we go.
Linda Carter, Iris Drew. Yeah, full public. But you know what that is though? Saves time next week, because then no characters have to tell each other what happened.
Yeah. Hey, you never guess what happened.
Yeah, well I saw it because we all did.
Yeah. And that came at the end of his Hill Street Blues style roll call, previously on EastEnders.
I know, with the montage.
Yeah.
I expected like the credits to play out over the montage in like an American drama style.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, wasn't it? But yes, very police procedural. What did they used to say in Hill Street Blues?
Let's be careful out there. Which is good advice in Albert Square, actually, to be honest.
They should have warned Stuart.
Yeah. Exactly. Too late.
Oops.
Yeah. So anyway, theories. Who do you think has done it?
Who do I think has done it?
Not Linda.
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
The first person arrested is never the person who turns out did it.
That's right.
I think it's looking like Stuart, because he's so crazy, although we don't really know why, shot himself.
Yes.
But. So I thought
That's what I think.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
But Linda then says to Mick she found this gun in the bar, and Stuart was found shot in the kitchen. Surely there'd be a trail of blood.
Oh, back to the gun and...
The gun and the kitchen.
That's true. But perhaps that's not the gun that was used in the crime. Perhaps there's two guns. Because Dylan had something in that bag. We don't know what it was.
We don't know what was in Dylan's bag, but we do know Dylan's name is Dylan Box.
We know that because it got mentioned about 1 million times.
How many times can people say Dylan Box? It's Dylan Box.
I think the Box family are coming.
All the boxes.
Coming soon, yeah. All the boxes and all the sizes, they're all coming.
Living in a cardboard box.
Yeah, I think that...
Watching Box of Delights.
I think that...
That ticks the box.
I think Linda, though, she was on top form because she did that kind of like hurried breathing, which she does,
Yeah, usually very buttoned up, Linda. Usually quite pinched and the hair is up and she's all like behind the bar. She's like, right, Mick, what's going on? Whitney, get your hands off me, husband. Yeah. But then, you know,
when it all goes wrong,
manic Linda, the hair's all out and there's no makeup and she's in the Juicy Couture pink tracksuit that she seems to live in. So, yeah. But you know who it reminds me of? Well,
I know where you're going with this, because she is the queen of melodramatic reactions, is Sharon, and Sharon is Linda's best mate, so perhaps Tish has been giving some advice on how to kind of milk a bit of melodrama.
Right, Elle. Today we're going to do fast-paced breathing. Yeah. Here you go. Next week, pouting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see Linda, like, from her prison cell, just practising her Sharonisms.
Yes.
The next minute, rip each other's clothes off.
Next week it should be how to make mobile phone calls from Sharon, because she does the most exaggerated...
So good. I can teach you. Would you like a lesson?
Oh, yes, please. Okay. Yes, here we go.
I'm glad you said yes to that.
Props.
So here's one I made earlier.
Yeah.
So Sharon, and this was this week.
Lucky screensaver.
I know. Sharon had a really good example of this in Friday's episode. She went to ring Keanu, was it?
Yeah.
So this is how to make a phone call if you're Sharon.
Yeah.
Stare at phone, pout,
Yeah.
get your fingernails and do
Tap,
very
tap, 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 tap.
tap.
Yeah.
And then flurry to the face.
Yeah. Hold. Look up. Heavenward. Yes, that's it. That is it.
Where is she looking, can I ask? Because she was looking like up heavenward for ages. Where is she looking?
Yeah, I know. That was brilliant. I thought it was fantastic.
So
but,
that's how you do it.
I mean, she was ringing up Keanu.
That's how I answer the phone.
The whole Keanu thing kind of was accelerated this week, but I think
Yes.
Keanu is misjudging things.
Well, is that
Big
because
time.
he kind of said to Sharon, would you like to meet me down at the canal at half midnight for a bit of How's Your Father? It's Sharon!
She is a princess.
Yes!
She deserves a premiere in at least. Why can't Keanu come up with a good reservation
He's lost
at
his
B&B?
job, hasn't he? He's lost his job, he's got no money. But then she was going to give him all that money.
So he's got no money, so he has to be buying it now.
I mean, really? What animals, Keanu?
Keanu.
Keanu. I think that's what the money's for a room at a B&B.
Yeah, this is the B&B fund. Yeah, put this to good use. I ain't getting my backside muddy in no canal.
Breakfast included.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. So much as we love Sharon and Keanu together, I'm really not hopeful if his idea of a good time is the middle of the night by the canal.
No, I know. What an old romantic. Speaking of old romantics, we had Mel's estranged husband, ex-husband.
Are they still married?
I don't know.
I don't know. Much like Mel's entire return to EastEnders, there's a lot we still don't know. But anyway, yes, Ray.
Ray came into it, yes, and within minutes had bedded his ex.
Ripping each other's clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's obviously got a hold over Mel, this Ray character. And it turns out he's an undercover cop. This is one of the big secrets we didn't know about him.
We didn't know about that.
Do you know what the facial flaw is in this? So Ray also, we were told, is the brother of Kira Maguire.
That's right.
Gangster.
Yeah.
He's a copper.
Underworld supremo.
Yeah, and...
So why hasn't he busted his own family? You know.
Does this explain why Kira had police in her pocket when she was in it a few months ago, or have they forgotten?
Yes, well, I mean, that could be an explanation, but it could give Ray something in common with Jack, his love rival, because Jack was a bent copper.
Yes, he was.
So perhaps Ray has got something...
You know, it's almost like the same character types are just going round in circles every few years, isn't it? Much as was drawn attention to by Mel herself. When Mel did this really bizarre thing this week where she said, she kind of accused Jack of not having moved on from Ronnie.
Yeah.
She went, oh, face it, Jack, if you squint a bit, you know, I'm blonde, I run a club, I'm a bit of an ice maiden, I wear long dark jackets.
Yeah.
I'm practically Ronnie. Yes, that's entirely the point.
I know.
Why are you drawing attention to this? And then there's Jack. Yeah, I'm a bit suave. I'm an ex-cop, but, you know, not afraid to take the law into my own hands.
But come on, Ronnie had class. Ronnie had depth. You're forgetting
Ronnie
this.
had a criminal record.
Ronnie had
a screw loose. Ronnie put people in crushers and stole babies and hired
That is
hitmen.
class. The only depth Ronnie had was when she ended up at the bottom of a swimming pool. He's talking about the deep end.
She was well in the deep end. Ronnie had class.
So I didn't really understand that, really.
No, I didn't.
But I'm kind of interested. Calm down. I'm interested where they're going with this Ray thing. You know, there might be some tension to be had. You know, in 7 days' time, we might find that he's taken a new undercover assignment. He could be working as a pop man for Queen Vic.
I'd definitely tune in for that.
We'll be back with another week in Walford.